PM chairs the Third National Forum on Digital Economy and Society.
Putin proposes election deal with Zelensky.
The vibrant sunflower fields in Nghe An province.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first step of the show. On December 20th, Prime Minister Phát just chaired the Third National Forum on Digital Economy and Digital Society Development with the theme Developing a Comprehensive, Inclusive Digital Economy and Society, Achieving Double-Digit GDP Growth Targets for 2026-2030 period.
At the forum, delegates focused on assessing the current state of Vietnam's digital economy and digital society development, sharing experiences, lessons learned, and innovative approaches, and identifying shortcomings, limitations, barriers, and bottlenecks, thereby proposing breakthrough tasks and solutions to drive strong development in the coming period. In his conclusion, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính requested the Ministry of Science and Technology to absorb the opinions presented and further refine the program on digital economy and digital society development for the 2026-2030 period, ensuring unified implementation from the central to the local levels. The Prime Minister emphasized the principle that the party provides leadership, the state plays an enabling role, enterprises take the lead, localities spearhead implementation, and the people respond, while calling for the consistent implementation of the spirit of 5 pioneers, 5 haves, and 5 no's, with people at the center, the digital economy as the driving force, and the digital society as the foundation.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said Moscow is willing to consider halting its strikes on Ukraine to allow Kiev to hold an election, provided that millions of Ukrainian citizens residing in Russia are allowed to vote.
Speaking at year-end news conference, Putin said that the proposal aims to ensure security for the electoral process and help Ukraine achieve a legitimate government through voting. He affirmed Moscow's willingness to ensure security in Ukraine if 5 to 10 million Ukrainians living in Russia can vote. Russia argues that President Volodymyr Zelensky's term ended more than a year ago, and that delaying elections under martial law questions the legitimacy of the Kiev administration. Under U.S. pressure, Ukraine has expressed readiness to hold elections within 90 days if security can be ensured. However, Putin warned Kyiv not to use the elections as a tactic to gain time for rearmament. Russia also rejected a temporary ceasefire, stressing that only a long-term peace solution addressing the root causes of the conflict is acceptable.
The U.S. military has conducted a series of large-scale airstrikes on 70 targets in Syria, believed to be linked to the self-proclaimed Islamic State or IS, in retaliation for an earlier attack that killed 2 U.S. soldiers and a civilian interpreter.
Named Hawkeye in reference to the 2 soldiers from Iowa's Hawkeye State who were killed, the strikes targeted IS-related infrastructure and weapon storage sites across Syria. Several partner countries, including Jordan, participated in the operation. The U.S. said the campaign aims to weaken IS remnants and reduce threats to U.S. forces deployed in Syria. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth emphasized that this is not the start of a new war, but a statement of retaliation. President Donald Trump previously declared that Washington was taking strong retaliatory action and affirmed the U.S. will never hesitate to protect its soldiers and interests.
Upcoming are some updated news.
The government has issued a decree regarding the establishment of International Financial Center in Vietnam, which will operate in both Ho Chi Minh City and Da Nang. The Ho Chi Minh City Center aims to develop a comprehensive financial ecosystem, offering traditional and specialized financial services, while the Da Nang Center focuses on modern models, linked to innovation, digital technology, and sustainable finance. The decree also defines the formation and operational roadmap for 2025-2026 and sets out special mechanisms and policies to attract capital, technology, high-quality human resources, while ensuring national financial security.
Despite ongoing global economic volatility, Vietnam's import-export activity in 2025 has shown strong growth, becoming a bright spot for the economy. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, by December 15, 2025, the total merchandise import-export turnover reached $883.7 billion USD, and the annual total is expected to hit a record $920 billion USD for the full year, surpassing the $900 billion USD mark for the first time. With this result, Vietnam is ranked among the top 15 countries with the largest trade volume in the world and second in ASEAN. Notably, Vietnam has maintained a trade surplus for 10 consecutive years since 2016, enhancing its global trade position.
Vietnam Railways Corporation held a ceremony to inaugurate the modernization of passenger cars on the National Railway System project, officially putting 162 modern carriages into operation on the North-South line. With a total investment of over VND 60 billion, the project focused on upgrading technology, interior architecture, and equipment, enhancing operational safety, reducing repair costs, and improving service quality. The launch of 162 carriages just before the 2026 Lunar New Year not only improves service, but also enhances passenger experience, attracting more interest in railway transport.
In mid-December, sunflower fields in Nghệ An, invested by TH Group, are in full bloom, becoming a popular destination for residents and tourists from both inside and outside the province. Beyond offering an impressive space for sightseeing and photography, the sunflower fields also contribute to promoting the beautiful and friendly Phu Quy region to visitors. More in this story today.
Brilliant yellow sunflowers in bloom, narrow paths bustling with tourists. The sunflower fields, part of TH Group's dairy farms, serve as the beginning of an inspiring story about the closed production process, from green pastures to clean milk, of TH True Milk, a national brand reaching global markets.
When
I arrived here, the first thing I noticed was how beautiful the flower fields is. There are many spots for young people to take photos and check in. The security staff assisted me, and I saw that the fields were very clean with little trash. Everyone visiting kept good habits. Not only attracting locals, the sunflower fields have also become a stop for tourists from other provinces, creating a lively atmosphere for experiential tourism in Phu Quy region.
When I
came here, I saw the atmosphere was very lively. When I return to Thanh Hoa, I will recommend everyone visit the sunflower fields to take photos, because it is truly beautiful. In addition to allowing free visits, TH Group also set up service points to ensure visitor safety. To accommodate large crowds, free parking was arranged with staff to guide vehicles, and dozens of attractive photo spots were created throughout the fields.
This year, the company planted about 50 hectares of flowers, divided into different planting stages to extend the blooming period, allowing locals and tourists to visit without missing the peak or overcrowding at any one time.
The sunflower fields in Nghệ An commune are expected to continue welcoming visitors, adding an experiential destination for tourists visiting Phu Quy at the year-end and New Year period.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.